I never thought I'd be someone telling this kind of story. It still feels strange saying it out loud, even now. Like if I speak too clearly, it becomes more real than I'm ready for. But this past month, I found out my husband had been cheating on me, and not in the way people usually imagine. It wasn't a single mistake. It wasn't a moment of weakness. It was something that had been happening quietly, consistently, for years, right in front of me. And the worst part is how normal my life felt before I knew. We started dating when we were teenagers. We grew up together in that slow, natural way, finishing school, moving in together, building routines. We went to university side by side. We adopted a cat. We learned how to argue without yelling, how to share space, how to be comfortable in silence. I used to tell people that being with him was easy. Living together was easy. Loving him felt steady and safe. When he proposed, it felt like the most natural next step. Not dramatic, not surprising. Just right. We got married a couple of years later, and after that, we finally felt stable enough to buy a place together. Signing those papers felt like planting roots, like choosing a future and trusting it would hold. I really believed we were solid. Then, one day, everything cracked open. I found out through our home security camera. I wasn't snooping. I wasn't suspicious. I was just checking something routine. Something I'd done plenty of times before. And there it was. Footage I wasn't meant to see, but now can't unsee. My husband, and one of my close friends, in our home. I remember feeling oddly calm at first, like my body hadn't caught up with what my eyes were seeing. Then my hands started shaking. I couldn't breathe properly. It felt like the room tilted. I confronted her first. She denied everything. Completely. Without hesitation. I hung up because I knew if I stayed on the call, I would start begging for honesty, and I didn't want to be that person. Then I called my husband. He didn't deny it. He told me they had been sleeping together for a year, that it started before our wedding, that they messaged, sent photos, crossed lines again and again. Some of the times they were together. I was in the house. The footage I saw was from the day before. I had been in the shower. While he talked, he cried. He told me he loved me, that he was ashamed, that I was the one he wanted, that he found me more attractive, that he wanted to stay married. I listened, quietly, and I knew with a kind of numb certainty that even if every word was true, I couldn't live with this. A week later, I found out it was worse. He had still been lying. The affair didn't start a year ago. It started years ago, before the proposal, before the engagement, before so many moments I had believed were real and meaningful and shared only between us. He hadn't just betrayed me once. He had built our life on top of a lie that stretched back further than I could easily comprehend. There was more. Other women, sex workers, online accounts he had sworn weren't his. Messages hidden behind explanations that made me doubt my own instincts. I found out he had told my friend that he loved her. Not because he did, but because he knew it would keep her involved. Keep her available. That realization hurt in a very specific way. Not just because of what it said about him, but because of what it said about how easily people can say things that sound sacred when they don't mean them at all. Then I learned what she had been saying about me behind my back. For years, that I wasn't good enough. That he deserved better. That she framed herself as a confidant while quietly undermining me. I replayed memories over and over, searching for signs. Moments I might have missed. Warnings I ignored. People always ask that question. Were there signs? Honestly? Not many. And that's what scares me the most. He was good at lying. Calm. Consistent. Convincing. I've always been someone who feels things deeply. I get jealous easily, and I'm aware of that. So when he spent time alone with her, I checked in. I asked questions. He reassured me, told me they kept their distance, that nothing inappropriate was happening. They went rock climbing together sometimes. They sent pictures. I didn't want to be controlling. I didn't want to project my insecurities onto him. I have friends of all genders. I believed in trust. There was one moment, though, one I keep coming back to. I found an account linked to his phone number. I asked him about it more than once. He denied it every time, acted confused, sent me articles about data leaks, about stolen information. He made it sound reasonable, plausible enough that I doubted myself instead of him. At one point, he accused me of trying to start arguments, of enjoying conflict, of being the problem. I believed him. That account was how he talked to her. Aside from that, there was nothing obvious. No flirting in front of me. No secretive behavior I could point to. Most of the time she came over, I invited her myself. Why would I suspect anything when I was the one planning it? He even complained about her to me. We both did. About her choices, her messy situation. We tried to help her, gave advice she never took, talked about it together like partners do. All that time they were betraying me. Trust doesn't usually break all at once. It erodes slowly, quietly. And when it finally collapses, you don't just lose a relationship. You lose your sense of reality. You question your memory, your judgment, your ability to read people at all. I trusted him. Completely. And I don't think that makes me weak. I think it means I loved honestly. But loving honestly doesn't protect you from being lied to. It doesn't guarantee safety. And sometimes the people closest to you are capable of things you would never imagine. Until you're forced to. I'm still sitting with the aftermath. The silence. The empty spaces where certainty used to live. I don't know exactly what comes next. I just know that the life I thought I had is gone. And I'm learning how to stand in the truth instead. Slowly, one breath at a time. And maybe that's where healing actually starts.